Hi, I'm Mike Winkler, and I'm the Principal Managing Broker for Coldwell Banker Bain in Issaquah, Washington.
And I'm E.J. Bowles. I'm the Principal Managing Broker for Coldwell Banker Bain on Mercer Island, Washington.
EJ, in my pursuit of the perfect segue, I may just crash and burn here because last time we spoke about the difference between residential and commercial real estate, and this time we're going to start our series on earnest money.
Well, there's earnest money in almost every real estate transaction, so maybe there's
there's
a segue for us.
All right.
Everybody is familiar with the term earnest money in relationship to real estate transactions, and while earnest money has some relationship to how serious a buyer is about that contract, there's a lot more to it than that. And we're going to divide this discussion into really two different parts. First, we're going to talk about the sort of the philosophy of earnest money. We're going to talk about that today, and then we're going to get into processes of earnest money in future real estate Realty Brother blogs. And this is not legal advice. This is just a couple of guys' opinions. So Mike, let's get started on earnest money.
Okay, so here's how it works. You found the home that you want to buy, and your real estate broker says, let's go back to my office and let's write the contract. And so as you write the contract, there are going to be a number of variables: price, addenda such as inspection, title, a number of variables that you're going to have, financing, the works, and earnest money. And your broker's going to get to the point of writing earnest money, and you're going to say, well, what's that for? And so one of the most common misconceptions is that it's the consideration in the contract, and frankly that's just not the case. The actual promise to buy and sell is the consideration. Right. What the earnest money can be, it can be the greatest way to enhance your offer without increasing the price, but ultimately what earnest money is the commitment from the buyer, and generally the remedy if the buyer defaults on the contract, the seller gets the earnest money.
That's right. And remember, as Mike alluded to, the buyer has many opportunities for due diligence where they can make sure that they're getting the benefit of the bargain or the house they think they're getting. And all of those points are discussed in our buyer protection series. Mm-hmm. In the Seattle area, earnest money is generally 2 or 3% of the sales price. It can be less than that. It's rarely more than 5%, and we'll talk about that in a future blog. And the earnest money is actually deposited either in the escrow account, the closing agent's account, or in the selling broker's account after everybody reaches mutual acceptance. And of course, mutual acceptance is where everybody has signed a contract that they all agree to.
That's right, EJ. The money is deposited after everyone has reached mutual acceptance, and it's not lost.
Right.
It becomes part of the buyer's down payment. And remember, as we mentioned in the buyer protection series, there are a number of protections built into the contract. So again, title, inspection, financing, a number of areas, and each one of those have a unilateral right to rescind or terminate the contract, in which case you would get the earnest money back. So, earnest money can be a very powerful tool in the negotiation, and it is not to be, you shouldn't be afraid of it.
That's right, and it's really another way of saying it, it's the buyer's evidence of the good faith and the amount of good faith that they have in terms of that contract and the amount that they're risking in the case that they would default, which is really ending the contract without a legal excuse. So next time we're going to talk about some of the processes involved in handling the earnest money, and we'll tell you the number one thing that the DOL auditors are looking for that Mike Winkler found out personally. So that's coming up. I'm E.J. Bowles.
I'm Mike Winkler. Till next time.